Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nate.
And I'm Ian.
And you are listening to Nate and Ian's
Listening Hour. Slowing it down.
Yeah, hey, so I think we are, what is this, Ian? 7, right? We're at 7.
Round 7, episode 7, match 7, whatever you guys want to call it.
Hey, so Ian, it's been a tough week, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to start out negative, but I feel like, it's been
Yeah, stuff's happening. We're not going to talk too much on it because watch the news. I've been watching the news all day. But I don't have the words. We'd said we were going to talk about this, but there's nothing more that I can say that will make me feel better or anybody else. It's just a crappy time, and I wish I could say, oh, it's going to be better next week, but who knows? You can just hope for the best at this point. So,
I'm with you, and again, we don't want to talk too much about this, but at the same point in time, we kind of want to mention it because it's important. And Ian, my thing is that in April or March of 1992 was the Rodney King riots in LA.
Yeah.
And here we are almost 30 years later, and we're dealing with the very same problem that we had 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's tough to swallow. And like you said, I usually don't know what to say. And what I've found is that people have always, they know how to say it better than I do.
Yeah.
Right. And so I pulled a Maya Angelou quote that I thought would be appropriate for tonight.
Okay.
And what she said is that we should all know that diversity makes for a rich tapestry, and we must understand that all the threads of the tapestry are equal in value no matter what their color.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
that's that.
Yeah, we just, it's tough. It's really hard.
Yeah.
All right, Ian. Let's try and push some positivity in here.
Let's do it.
Let me know a little bit about your background that you made.
Oh, you mean this thing? On a much lighter note, so what was that? I built these. I'm blanking. Sorry. These flower beds a couple weeks ago, and I had a bunch of leftover wood. And Nate and I were texting. I think it was into last week. We're like, "Hey man, we need to do this and that." Like we're trying to build a better YouTube channel for the viewers and you guys, and to make us feel better. I'm using a new camera today. Pretty excited about that. But I did have some scrap wood, and Nate it was that day that we were texting. I don't know if you remember. You're like, hey, watch it. This is how we do better. And I was like, I'm going to make a background. So it says NILH. It's got our colors. You can't really see it. Black, red, and like that. Ocean mist. Is that blue? I know we've been saying it's NAILH, Nate and Ian's Listening Hour, but the and is lowercase, and I didn't really want to make an A. It seemed a little hard. So Nate and Ian's Listening Hour.
So when we talked about this, right, I was like, Ian, we have to have backgrounds. Like, you have a sheet. I film in a camper.
Yeah.
And I don't even think people understand that. I think they think I'm like in a sound booth or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
The only background I have is like this Minecraft piggy with a zombie that rides it. Ian went and made a background, and I went and did not.
Hey.
Although I will try and have it. I'll try and have it for next week, Ian. That's all I can say.
That's cool. Hey, but no, look, you're still working and busy. I am literally not doing anything. Literally.
I want to talk about that.
Do it.
Can I?
Do it.
All right. So if you have seen the Listening Hour before, you understand that Ian has a pet word, and that pet word is literally. right?
I think I got it from How I Met Your Mother.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Yep.
There's probably a story there. So, and maybe if you have watched this before, you know that I like to wear Atlanta Braves gear. So what I did is I went and made this shirt that says literally a question mark, exclamation point, with the Atlanta Braves A included. Ian, I'm so glad you just said literally, because it was the perfect transition to talk about this shirt.
And
you made a background, I made a t-shirt.
You made a shirt. The funny thing is, I didn't mean to say it. It happens, and that's why you made it into a shirt. So
these things, they do happen. Now, let's literally switch topics here.
Literally,
I kind of want to talk real quick about Major League Baseball, and this will finish up the intro for the week. But if you haven't heard, a lot of the owners are like, you know what? Let's just call it. We're not going to have a season, right? And then the Players Association came out and they were like, well, let's do like 100 and I don't know, it was like 114. That's absolutely incorrect, but they were like, let's do 114 games, right?
Yeah.
There is a sports talk host in Philly, and this stat I'm going to butcher, and that's okay, because what I want to tell you is players make millions, owners make billions. Okay? That's, if we can just remember that. Now, I'm going to go with 11 million seconds, right? 11 million seconds. This is incorrect, but it's for scale, okay?
Okay.
I should have researched this more. 11 million seconds is like 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
11 billion seconds is like 32 years.
That's a lot.
Now, I am going to blame the owners if once again we have a strike for the Major League Baseball season. Look, 94 was the Braves' year, okay? It was. They won in 95. They should have won in 94. The Braves are poised to have another great season this year. Now, if the owners prevent that, I'm going to be a little bit upset, Ian. I'm going to be upset.
It's going to be mad. It makes sense. I don't think they're going to. I didn't read that what article you read, but I was looking at some news the other day, baseball news, and I know a lot of the owners are trying to keep players happy. I mean, I think the players are fine, the major league players, but more and more organizations are paying their minor league players. Like, I know it's not much, but it's a stipend per week. So I don't know. I think it's going to be rough, for next couple months, but I don't see a strike happening, That's my.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're supposed to start playing in like a month, like 30 days. Supposed to have Major League Baseball.
That's what they said?
Well, that's what we're hoping for.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't read anything on when they're supposed to start, but no, and like I said, I hope there's not a strike. I got, my old friend, I played baseball with him growing up. David Price is doing it. He's donating. I can't remember exactly. Should have done research. A lot of money to minor leaguers to pay them. So people are trying to keep everybody happy. The players, my team, the Tigers, they're extending their stipend for minor league players. That's what I was just mentioning. But I hope it doesn't happen. It could, but I think even if we don't have a season this year, they're on the right track to fixing, at least baseball.
Well, here's what I think. Let's get Tyler's opinion.
Yeah, it's we talked to him last week for a little bit, and let's see what he has to say on this baseball topic.
Hey, so
Wait.
Ian, thank you,
Appreciate
Tyler, for such a studious response to this week's happenings. We're very excited to hear from you. The Mets, really, Ian?
Dude, I live in New York. It's a free cup. I have a Yankees cup, which I burned one of them. I threw it at somebody.
Yeah.
But I have Gators, Mets. I live here. I have so many Mets cups. I go to games.
I understand. Hey, so what we thought would be, given the week we've had, as we've kind of outlined in our very sullen and downtrodden intro,
Cheers.
which is not like Nate and Ian's listening hour, but hey, you know what? You got to do it. I mean, it's just what it is. What it is at this point. But yeah, man,
Sorry.
it is. It is what it is. Hey, so what we thought we could do, and I think it's kind of important we do this, and this was actually an idea from our listener, and you know what? I'm excited. We're always excited to get comments about what we should do. They asked, let's do some feel-good stories, and you know what? There's no better week than this week to do some. So, Ian, can you start us out, please, with some feel-good stories?
Let's do it. Okay, this one, incredible. That's all I have to say. I hope it's not the same story as you, Nate, but I picked it. I found it. It was the first one I found, and I was like, there can't be a better one. I'm sure there are. There's amazing stories. But an Alabama teacher used his stimulus check to pay for some of his students' utility bills. Kent Chambers, I'm saying his name because why not? First couple episodes, I didn't really use people's names, but this person needs to be heard. His name. So Kent Chambers, he's a math teacher at Bob Jones High School in Madison, Alabama. Donated half of his stimulus check to pay utility bills for families of 3 students. He knew those families are struggling financially and wanted to help. Quote, he said, I'm actually in better shape now because I'm not paying for gas money driving to work every day, which makes sense. He goes on to say, there's no need for me to take the money and splurge and do something reckless. Let's help somebody that really needs it. He made the donations anonymously, and the families, you go online and I guess you can check your balance on your utility bills, right?
Sure.
And the families saw that they had a zero balance and were astounded. The money will cover their bills for up to 2 months. He donated the remaining $600 to Shriners Hospital for Children in Cincinnati. So Kent Chambers in Alabama, that's my spotlight, one of them for the week. A teacher who said, you know what, I'm doing fine. I'm still getting paid, and I got the stimulus check. I don't need to buy a sports car or a boat. I don't know why I picked those two, but he knew he knows his students that well and said, I know you're struggling, you and your families. Here's free utilities for a couple months.
Yes.
So I think that was amazing. So,
yeah, it's beautiful is what it is. And I think one thing that we're going to focus on this week is education and teachers, right? Yep. Because I mean, what a selfless group of individuals that we have, that are teachers of not only our youth, but our young adults. And these people, hey, this is what I've heard nonstop is like, can we have schools open back again so I don't have to deal with the craziness of my children? And like, look, I get it, right? Like, however, man, teachers, Ian, I know you come from a long line, right? You come from a long line of teachers, and I do as well. But my goodness, like it's incredible what these individuals are doing and what they have done, and to have your passion kind of taken from you, right, in this time.
And because that's a job that, I was a teacher for a little bit, and I hope to be again soon. But it's a job where, I go to work every day as a bartender, and sometimes as a musician, and like, oh man, I don't want to do this. It's a job that you don't.
Right.
Like, there was never a day when I was teaching where I went in, I was like, oh, I don't want to teach these kids. Like, it's one of the few jobs where you like if it's postponed, like Nate was saying, like this time in our lives, it sucks. They actually want to be there, and now they can't help these kids' lives. So, but
hey, can I add on to the feel good stories of teachers?
oh, please do.
All right, so this story comes from Dallas, okay? And I'm also going to say this man's name. A principal at, let me pull it up real quick. Booker T. Washington High School in Dallas. His name is Dr. Scott Rudes. Dr. Scott Rudes. He has driven over 1,500 miles in 10 days to hand deliver diplomas to the seniors that are graduating from his high school.
That's
1,500 miles in 10 days. And he says, yeah, it's 249 graduating seniors. But he has, I guess his son or daughter is part of the 2020 class. When all this started out, and I know we don't talk about COVID-19 very much, but when all this started out, I felt the worst class of people, the worst group of people, or the people I felt, I guess, the worst for was seniors in high school.
Yeah.
Because of everything they were going to miss. Like, college is one thing, I get it, but it's not your senior year. It's not, quote, the best year of your life.
Yeah. And those
right?
last couple months of your senior year are amazing. I mean, I don't, it's not like, oh, my glory days, but I remember, it was years ago, same for you, Nate, but the last couple months, February, March, April, May of your senior year are freaking, I mean, it's a phenomenal time.
It is incredible.
In your life, so.
And so, hey, Dr. Rudes, I just, personally, and if you see this, great. If you don't, I understand. Like but thank you for what you're doing as an educator. Thank you. It's going to mean the world to your students.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that, Nate. Hey, we're going to keep going. I have a special one, if you don't mind.
Yes.
No,
let's do it.
This one, dude, I'm getting chills thinking about it. It's really cool. We're doing the education thing this week, highlighting. Well, we didn't mean to, but it kind of crept up on us, and we're like, hey, let's go with that because there's amazing people, teachers doing things right now. And I get to highlight a very dear person to me, somebody who I love and have known since 2005. Real quick story, she turned out to be my best friend in college, and then one of them, Nate, one of them.
It's fine, yeah. Best friend.
Yeah. But no, she became like one of my best friends in college, and then is now my sister-in-law. And that doesn't happen. So my brother married my best friend. It's amazing. So her name is Jennifer White. I call her Dubs. I have for 15 years because that's what she is on my phone, whatever. So Dubs, Jennifer White, my sister-in-law. She's been teaching preschool up here in New York for 4 years, ages 2 and 3. She just this past year, this year, I believe this semester, graduated with a master's in early childhood education from Hunter College in New York. And I'm going to play a short video, but I want to read something that she sent me. I asked her some questions, and she said, I asked her, why do you want to teach preschool? What made you want to do it? And this was her response. She said, that show Kids Say the Darndest Things? Well, I live that every day in my classroom, and it's hysterical. But on a deeper level, this age group is where the foundation is laid for what kind of people they will become. I strive to teach kindness, acceptance, and compassion to my early learners in hopes that they will carry those concepts with them for the rest of their lives. Most of my students will not remember me or their school experience with me because they are 2 and 3, and they have not yet formed the concrete memories. However, the concepts and tools I give them to be productive and progressive members of society will feel like second nature to them later in their lives. Yeah. So I have again, she's. I'm gonna post a video, but she's been making these videos for her students. She spent money out of her own pocket to buy better camera equipment because this is how like she made 5 or 6 a week, for the school days. She bought lights like we're using right now. She bought, I believe, a camera. She had to buy a microphone. She had to learn how to do all this editing. And she didn't. I haven't seen her in person, but we've been FaceTiming or whatever. She lives down the block, but she has not complained once. Like I said, she loves her job. She wishes she could go in. And she sent me some videos. I asked her of her the videos that she sends to her kids every morning for the past couple of months, and I'd love to play that. I kind of cut it up. It's about a minute. So here it is.
Everybody pat your knees. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. But seeing sounds. What? That sounds so cool. We're going to be able to see the sound waves as the salt moves around. So you're going to put the speaker right under the pan where the salt is. We have the sense of hearing, the sense of touch, the sense of smell, the sense of taste, and the sense of sight. Today we're going to read the chapter about the sense of touch. I touch the friendly dog. I touch the egg. Oops, what happened? So I have cold and hot. Ice cube, let's go ahead and put the ice cube up. That's cold. Furry is the opposite of scaly. Scaly is the opposite of furry. I had so much fun playing this game, and I really appreciate your help. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Ian, I don't think I can follow that up.
No, you can.
And,
I look again.
one-
I don't work, and I was like, I'm gonna make this little video thing. So
I can tell you that one thing that has been a constant on the listening hour is kind of this jovial feeling. And I'm glad that we've kind of taken a step back, right? Because it's pretty heavy. And I appreciate everybody, all the teachers that have done so much for the youth of our nation. And I can say the same about the teachers that teach my children, and they're incredible.
Yeah.
They are incredible. So I will try my best to follow that up with yet another good story. And we're gonna toe a line here in about some COVID-19. But you know what? Given the theme of education, I felt like it was important.
absolutely.
Okay. So a gentleman named Nathaniel Moore, he is a physician's assistant at the University of Vermont in Burlington, and he's about to graduate. And being the selfless individual that he is, he saw that his colleagues on the front line were wearing, basically there was a lack of an appropriate PPE. They were wearing trash bags, no sleeves, no protection on the waist. And what he thought was, you know what? Can we donate our gowns to these medical professionals? And how would that then affect the medical community? So he started something that he called wear the cap, ditch the gown, and started basically a donation of gowns that went to hospitals, local, around the country, whatever it would be. And so Nate, if you go by that, thank you for what you're doing. Graduation gowns, this is a quote from his, graduation gowns are more effective than other PPE alternatives given their linked sleeves and easy zippered access. To carry out this mission of protecting healthcare workers by upcycling graduation gowns, the Gowns for Good initiation was formed in April 2020.
Nice. That's
so Nate,
great.
Thank you. Falls in the line of education, falls in the line of helping, and that just shows that it doesn't matter who you are. If you have an idea, if you have something or even just a platform to help these people share their ideas. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. That's
So,
great. Love it.
Yeah.
Freaking love it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, we did that. Nate, I'd really like to do something a little different, something we haven't quite done yet.
Yeah, let's do a new seg. What we got?
Well, we didn't title it, but because we
Okay.
don't, we're new to YouTube, but it's are you smarter than a child?
Let's just call it "Are You Smarter?"
Are you smarter? Ellipses.
than an elementary school
Than an
kid,
elementary school
and we
kid.
hope that those teachers we've mentioned so far taught us well to where we can answer these questions correctly.
So we're gonna ask each other some questions. We wrote down a couple different questions, different categories. We got like geography, science, history, math. I don't do well I love trivia, but not like I like pop culture and like music trivia. This is literally this is gonna be tough for me. I don't know. Nate, you want to go first? You want me to? What do you want?
Yeah, I can go first. All right, so Ian, this is the first question that I have for you is a geography question.
I don't want to.
This is a fifth grade level geography question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I don't, dude. If my friends are listening, my family, they know I don't know. I don't do geography. So.
You did know that Great Britain was an island last week, so there was that. Okay, are you ready?
I guess.
Which of the Great Lakes lies furthest east? Which of the Great Lakes lies furthest east?
Okay. That's not the multiple choice, I guess.
No, hadn't. Sure, okay.
No, it's fine.
You want me to make it?
No, it's fine.
That way, like quickly.
Okay. I visited a good amount of them, and honestly, I visited one a couple years ago. My buddy and I went on tour, and we played at this college that was right on Lake Erie.
Mm-hmm.
But we drove. I'm trying to picture.
It was so scary. Get it?
Dude, we were in Erie, PA. I don't know. Shout out to That Thing You Do. You know the movie. That Thing You Do.
All right, so
the Oneaters, the wonderful
furthest east.
It's either Lake Huron or Lake Erie. I'm gonna go Lake Erie.
So the correct answer
That means I'm wrong.
is Lake Ontario. Furthest east. I think you were thinking west.
No.
It's fine.
No, I mean Erie's more east
Still
than, because they go up into like Michigan. So maybe Lake Huron is Michigan. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I was wrong.
No one knows. Yep.
Great. Okay. Well, we'll stick with geography. I'm gonna ask you one. Nate, I
Okay.
wrote down two. I have a 4th and 5th grade question. Which one would you like?
I gave you fifth. I feel like it's only fair.
Okay.
Fifth.
Oh, this one's easy. We should have gone 4th. Now I'll go 5th. What's the name of the sea bordered by Europe to the north and North Africa to the south?
Wait, you said this was easy?
Dude, this is your idea for a segment, bro.
So wait, it was.
What's
All right. Europe to the
What's
north.
the name of the sea that is bordered by Europe to the north and North Africa to the south?
Mediterranean.
Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool. Cool.
Yay. I win one. Okay.
Nothing, Nate.
Your turn, Ian. Your turn. Are you ready? This is a science question.
I don't do science, bro.
I think you'll.
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
Which element composes the majority of the Earth's atmosphere?
Oh. No. I mean,
Which element
I was gonna say
composes the majority of the Earth's atmosphere?
Earth's atmosphere. I was just gonna say gas, but that's not right.
It is a gas.
No, I know it's a gas, but I was like, oh, gas.
You're always thinking about gas.
Always. Which it's Oh, man, you know what? No, because once you say it, this is something I've heard on the news, whatever, and in school.
Mhm.
But I can't think of the name. God, I'm gonna be 0 for 2.
I mean, I think if you know, it's not difficult.
It is. There's oxygen and carbon dioxide.
So that's a great guess. It's nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Well, is that a gas? Dude, I'm just
Nitrogen gas. Yeah, it is a gas.
I might have to edit that out.
All
I
right.
don't want people to know that I'm an idiot.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm 0 for 2.
You are up.
I got a 4th and a 5th grade question. I'm gonna do the 4th grade.
Dude, I'm going hat off. My hair is crazy, but I'm doing it.
I like it.
All right, let's do it.
We're doing 4th grade math. I'm gonna
Okay.
stump you. If a
Long division.
If a train leaves the station, it's one of those.
Yeah.
The train leaves the station and travels at 60 kilometers per hour. How much time will have passed when it arrives at a station 300 kilometers away? So train leaves the station. It's going 60 kilometers an hour. How much time will have passed when it gets to the next station that is 300 kilometers away?
Do I get to, like, I feel like I need to show my work, right?
I got a pen. Oh.
All right, so it's going 60 kilometers an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 hour, so 120 kilometers would be 2 hours. 180 would be 3 hours, right? What's the problem? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I feel like you're about to get it, and I thought this would stump you, but now I'm realizing it's kind of easy.
Well, do I get to use a calculator?
Sure.
All right, so I think it's 5 hours.
Ding, ding, ding. Nate is 2 for 2.
5 hours is my answer. Final.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Okay. Ian.
Oh, I have another one?
Yeah, you have a history question. This is also 5th grade history, though. Who was the only president to later become Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court? Do you want me to repeat that?
Who's the only president
to later become Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court?
William Taft.
Yes! Yes, Ian, that is correct.
No, it's not.
Is
that for real?
Yeah, you did good. You got 1 of 3. That's 33.3% repeating forever.
Hold on. That answer is really William
what?
Taft? Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's why I paused for so long. I was like, well, I'm going to pull this name out of my butt.
What's his middle name? For extra credit.
Alberto.
Howard.
William Howard. Oh, William Howard. Taft. Yeah.
William Howard.
Are you
Taft.
serious?
Yeah, dude, you got it. You nailed it, in fact. Just nailed it.
Well, I got 1.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's...
All right.
I guess that proves that I'm...
Smarter than a 5th?
No.
Smarter than an elementary
school I think
school
you are.
kid.
I'm okay.
All right. Do you have one more for me or no?
I can do it. Yeah. It's English. My.
Okay.
If my dad's.
I mean, I speak American.
Yeah. My dad's gonna be. If they watch this, he's.
All right. Here we go. Let's
All
do
right.
this. What we got?
In the book titled "The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe," what is the last comma called? So it goes like this.
That's a. Yeah. No.
In the book entitled "The Lion, comma, the Witch, comma, and the Wardrobe," so there's 2 commas.
That's an Oxford comma. That's what that comma is.
I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm closing my notebook.
I just run the thing that does to the next segment. All right, here we go. Next
segment, please.
Ian, I'll tell you, man, I've enjoyed this episode, and I didn't really know if it was even appropriate, because we're so jovial, and it just seemed like maybe, this was not the week to be necessarily doing this, but I'm glad we did. And as always, one of the tenets that we have on Nate and Ian's Listening Hour is we try and make people smile.
Yeah. I think that's why, going along with Nate's point, I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff lately, trying to figure out how to better this channel. And people are still posting. The main YouTube people, we're not trying to be like them, but I once I saw that they were posting, I was like, well, yeah, we should definitely record. And we, I'll say it, we had some technical difficulties to start this episode, but Nate and I, we've said, the past 6 episodes, we love doing this. It's fun. And this is, if you watch this, I hope if it takes your mind off what's happening out on this, literally for me and maybe Nate, if it takes your mind off from what's happening right outside my window for 45 minutes and makes you happy, that's why we do it. So we felt like we had to post or record this. I'm sorry. And hopefully you laugh or learn something. I learned something. I learned, I'm not smarter than a little kid.
I really enjoyed it, Ian. And hey, as always, thank you for the dialogue.
Yeah.
I look forward to a time when you and I can sit in the same room and do this.
It's gonna be soon.
But I think the theme we stuck with this week was education. Big thank you. Not only just thank you to the teachers of the youth of this country. Thank you to the first responders of this country. Thank you to the medical professionals of this country. We haven't touched on it, but you know what? It's time, and we're forever indebted to individuals like you. So we hope this just did a little justice to the selflessness that you guys put into your professions every day.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you. That's all we can say. So thank you so much.
As always, hey, until episode 8, we appreciate all of you. Hope you have a great week.
Jesus.